Wendy Williams, raw.
When I found out that my soon-to-be ex-husband is having a baby, I'm not sitting around for that.
Real.
Nobody else's opinion counts but mine.
And not holding back.
I will get married again. There will be a prenuptial agreement.
Plus, the truth about fast food chicken. What you need to know before your next bite.
You can paint them on with dark food coloring.
Oh my goodness. Coming up next.
Are you ready for season 11? Focused on the power of one. The power each of you has to personally change and to drive change in the world. And my next guest epitomizes the power of one through her resilience and willingness to choose bravery when facing difficulties. And because of that, she has truly regained her freedom. Wendy Williams, my friend, is here today. And you know why she came? Because she is committed to making her health a priority, and she wants to share her truth with all of you. Please welcome my good friend, lunch partner, and co-host, Wendy Williams. Now, a lot of you may not know this. Most of you probably do, but we started our shows at the exact same time.
Same day.
Same day. 11 years
And
ago.
here we are.
Still standing.
Oh, gosh. Look, it's not easy.
No.
People think it's easy. It's not. Like, I appreciate that, you know, you get voted off the island if people don't watch. So I love you for watching The Wendy Show. And thank you for watching Dr. Oz as well. I do too.
Well, we've always had each other's backs. And I tell you, there's so much wisdom that you've gained. And I just want to start with the first big question, because I do deeply care about you. After all you've been through, I just want people to understand that you're putting yourself first. Do you believe that's true?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to.
Yeah.
Under the circumstance, who's going to pay my bills? Who's going to make sure my son is good?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
So, as an example, and you have sort of the hashtag Wendy's New Life.
Yeah, yeah, it's a new life.
Yeah. So what's new about it? What do you like about the new life? What does Wendy's new life entail?
Well, I've got a lovely apartment, and when I go home, I turn the key, and nobody's opinion counts but mine. It's really refreshing, you know? Nobody else's opinion counts but mine. There's nobody there but me.
When was the last time in your life that you felt free like this?
When I was single, which was 25 years ago. Now I'm going through a divorce. But I was this person back then as well, just, you know, in a different circumstance.
So, you know what freedom tastes like and feels like.
Yeah.
And many of the women who are watching us right now know what freedom tastes like too. But they've made decisions in their life where they feel trapped. When did you realize that you needed to separate, that you needed to move on with your life?
Separate? I'm getting a divorce.
Divorce.
Okay. Mehmet, it's so funny. When I found out for factual that my soon-to-be ex-husband is having a baby with another woman. Like, I'm not sitting around for that. I'm 55 years old. What do I need with that? Get out of here.
So what is this?
Period.
Period. Where do you find the strength to do it? Because there are others who are sitting in similar situations who are not.
Well, I am my own best friend, always have been. So this is not me rediscovering Wendy. I've always been here. I found the strength. I found the strength from within, like I've had to all of my life. I've always had to have the strength for me. I always have.
Was it that quick a decision that you said, all right, I'm not going to tolerate that. It shows that he doesn't love me the way I deserve to be loved, and I'm going. Or was it a sort of more of a plotting process? Because what happens that...
It's a dumb woman who just runs. You got to sit and figure out what you're going to do. No, I'm a very methodical person. I don't ever recall making a snap judgment about something that is so, that would so affect my life. And I can make a snap judgment about a dress or a pair of pants or, you know, something like that. But no, I'm one to sit and rock back and forth and wring my hands and say, I'll get you. You watch. I'll get you.
I like that look.
Well,
Don't cross that woman.
yeah.
So why can't women find that strength? What do they need to tell themselves?
I think a lot of women spend a lot of time talking to their girlfriends about stuff, and the girlfriends are not in that position. So they say, you know, like I was told by one of my girlfriends, well, Wendy, why don't you go to marriage counseling? You know, there's still a lot of love. I'm like, get out of here. Then you get out too. Go ahead. Then you get out too. You gotta become your own best advocate. You have to. You have to. And as I've said many times, and I will say this all the time, and my mother applauded me for this, by the way. She said, I know, Wendy, you are. I said, Mommy, I'm a wife, I'm not a girlfriend. And I will get married again. There will be a prenuptial agreement. And by the way, Mehmet, don't ask anything of me, but my love and respect. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But, you know, this finger is very lonely. Hi, finger.
And available. So do you enjoy being single in your 50s?
No, I don't enjoy dating because you know, and all men aren't in jail or gay, but you have to pilfer through. Have you been in jail and are you gay? Also, I get asked out a lot. Like this whole being single thing, I don't know about you girls, I'm not having a problem at all, okay? I'll date you black, white, green, purple, yellow. I'll date you only down to 5'8" though.
Okay,
That's
the height
it.
restriction.
That's it. And you gotta be circumcised.
Circumcised. Can someone watching right now make a Tinder profile for Wendy? I'd like to have that just made up. You use Tinder at all?
No.
No.
I haven't had to.
Push that, they're coming at you.
Yeah, they're coming at me.
So does it help you to be moving into this dating space to forget what's going on for the last bit? Or you not want to do that because you know, for little Kevin, for example, you've got to be there for him, so you have to maintain some relationship with his dad.
Oh, when Kevin signs divorce papers, he and I will be friends. You know, aside from having a son together, he's not a horrible man. He just made a mistake that I know, bye. You know what I mean? But there is no turning back on those 25 years.
So what's your biggest hope for your show this year? You've got a lot to talk about.
To stay on.
You've got to stay on. Oh, come on, Wendy.
Stay on.
I can tell you, since I'm in business, you're not going anywhere. So one of the things that I want to share with everybody is that you love true crime as much as I do. So we've got R. Kelly coming on. Not him, but the story.
Okay.
And it's a theme you've been covering.
Yeah.
And if you sit there and you hear these allegations, how do you make sense of that?
I don't know, Oz. Once upon a time, I was on the radio, you know, and I was telling everybody about this. I actually saw R. Kelly footage on beta. That's how long ago it was. And I've been telling people about Cosby and R. Kelly forever. Well, I knew what I saw.
Deep-seated. What a history. You've been
I've been around. As you know, you have stories too.
We all have stories.
When you've lived, you've lived. Okay?
Next, Wendy's new health diagnosis and what it's like to live with a chronic and painful condition. She knows, and she's going to share a lot of that wisdom with you. Stick with us. There's power in the number one. It takes only one person to make a change. Are you ready? In season 11, you're bringing the power of one, helping us solve the crime.
I think I know a liar.
To get to the truth.
Desperate parents are poisoning their children with bleach.
Sharing your story.
The doctor said she probably wouldn't survive the car ride home.
It only takes one. It only takes you. My friend Wendy Williams is embracing the power of one. And she's here to talk about a topic that's very personal to her. After a health scare, Wendy bravely made the decision to make her health a priority. And she was diagnosed with a chronic disorder known as lymphedema. Lymphedema. It affects 200 million people around the world.
And now I'm affected.
Now you're so
Right.
you and I are going to talk about the warning signs, the fact that you can catch it, figure out yourself, and you know there are places you can go to get a lot of treatment.
My spirit is 25, my age is 55, and I've got 85-year-old ankles and feet. I started going from doctor to doctor.
Can
and
I just see your legs? Is it okay?
Oh gosh, doctor, yes. Oh,
I am a doctor.
here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you notice, just say, you're a beautiful person. It doesn't matter that you have lymphedema. I hope you know that. I know you know that.
No.
But I want to teach people
Doesn't seem
this.
to bother those boys that
Exactly.
are always bothering me.
Doesn't bother those men at all.
No, not
Okay.
at all.
All right. So, well, you must have thought it might be Graves' disease, which you have.
I have Graves' disease. I have thyroid disease. You know, I have gotten plastic surgery, as everyone knows. I've been surgicalized. From my breast to the liposuction, I've had 2 bunionectomies. So they said, finally I went to Dr. Morrissey, and I know he's here, Dr. Nick. He was like the 6th doctor I went to. And he walked in the room, he said, I know what you have. I said, okay, what? He said, lymphedema. I was like, am I gonna die? He said, no, it's not going to kill you. I said, well, can you deflate my ankles and feet? Because I already backed off of heels, so I wear sneakers. Well, they're good ones though.
Works. Yeah, they're good sneakers.
I mean, hello.
But does it hurt you, or is it just the irritation that it's swollen?
It's the irritation that it's swollen, and the later in the day it gets, the more tender they get. And I have a lymphatic machine at home that, thank God, I have insurance.
I mean, before you get to that,
Okay.
I want to talk about that for a second, but I want to first demonstrate to everybody what this really is, and
Okay.
I thought you'd enjoy it as well.
All right, can I watch from here? Do I have to stand up?
Yes, oh, come on, Joy, but you're going to like it. It'll be so...
Come on.
Oh.
Always doing something, Oz.
All right. So I built this for you. I thought
right.
you'd enjoy this. Stand right here,
Okay.
right here. Don't move. Now, these are your ankles, right? But your ankles before lymphedema. Now, just to be
Right.
clear, the arteries take the blood from the heart down to the legs,
Right.
and the veins bring it back. But not all of the fluid comes back. There's a little bit of waste left over. That's called lymph. So let's just say this is a normal leg. The lymphatics coming down and back up, and this leg has lymphedema, okay?
Okay.
So let's just pretend that. So fluid comes in, blue fluid, lymph, doesn't fill in the legs. Everyone's legs stay thin. Here, what's happening? There's a blockage on the way back. No matter what you do,
Nope.
if you're standing, it's going to accumulate more. So the question is, what do you do to reduce the chance of either those holes developing or blockages occurring, or more importantly, it getting worse and worse and worse through the
And
day?
also, by the way, elevating your feet does not help.
It doesn't.
No. I've learned to deal with it, and I have my machine, and I go to Dr. Morrissey.
Let's go meet Dr. Morrissey.
And that's about the only thing I could do. Oh.
So, you stand right here.
Hi, Dr.
This is the handsome Nick Morrissey. Now, Nick and I have known each other forever.
Which I didn't know.
Yes. He's at York Presbyterian, Columbia with me.
Yes.
And despite his boyish good looks, happens to be a spectacular vascular specialist.
Mm-hmm.
So what are some of the early warning signs of lymphedema? Because there's a lot of people in the audience now who probably have stages of this. They don't even realize
I'm
it.
trying to tell you.
So just when I was in the dressing room, I got a call from another doctor saying, thank you for taking care of my patient with lymphedema. How ironic is that, right? So swelling is the most common thing. People lose definition in their ankles, their muscles definition goes away. So that's one thing. Range of motion, with all that fluid buildup in the joints, you can't move as well. The skin changes, it becomes sort of scarred and fibrotic, as we call it, like hard.
You can get infections because of that.
And because of that, infections can happen. So all these things are part of the constellation of things that come with lymphedema.
Yeah. I mean, you know, life is tough on all of us, so I'm not complaining. I just appreciate being able to have that machine, and I'm glad that I have insurance, which is a whole nother
Here,
thing.
show this to everybody.
I'm now on the board of lymphedema, by the way, everyone. So I will be marching on Washington to make more money for this.
Explain how
Okay.
this works.
Okay. So here's my machine, and there I am on the couch, and all right, this is all material, and it bunches down. You attach it in a few different places with the Velcro. And then that's the actual machine. You see all the tubes and stuff? And so I know it looks like it's from 1950. It's $6,000 though, if you don't have health insurance.
Yeah.
You know, I think my copay was like $150. She came over, measured me. You have to get measured, like 40 inches, all the way down. And I sit on this, and what do my legs look like afterwards? The same as they looked like before, but they feel better. Yeah. And okay, maybe down a little bit. You know, I have a particular gentleman friend who, you know, says, oh, they look a lot better. Anyway, that's it. That's my machine.
Can I say
that's
that to
my
you?
story.
Yeah. So Nick and I feel strongly about this. You said something earlier. These devices cost about $6,000.
Yes.
Well, the good news is we called around, and correct me if I'm wrong, but if you have insurance, not everyone does, if you have insurance, now this is so proven to be beneficial from a recent study that they're actually starting to pay for it. So it's going to help a lot of people.
Yeah.
So don't ignore Wendy's advice.
Also, compression garments.
Yeah, we could talk about that a little bit. The mainstay old style treatment was stockings. There's also lymphatic massage, which can actively drain the leg out.
Have your man friend do that. That's cool.
Yeah, there you go.
You can massage your feet, all the lymph right back up. Well, come on, it's foreplay.
How do you know he's not?
I appreciate you coming out, being honest about it. When we come back, Wendy's putting the heat in a menopause quiz that we're calling. Are you ready for this?
Oh.
Hot flash or not flash? I know you like it. I know you like it. Stay with us.
Disgusting supermarket behavior.
Lick it. Oh, you foul, put it back.
Plus, introducing Health Court.
Why do you keep getting him in a headlock and popping his pimples?
Because I can, I'm his wife.
All new Oz. That's coming up on Friday.
Wendy Williams is known for her hot topics, as you all know, but when we're together, we're all over the hot health topics.
Okay, go ahead, Mehmet.
All right, and today we're giving you a quiz to tell you if you're nearing menopause, because Wendy Williams can even make menopause fun. And I know you're going through some of this.
No, I'm not.
You're not?
It lasted for... No, I can't give birth to anything but a raisin right now. Ew. My menopause lasted me like 1 week, and I never went through hot flashes. I never went through... yeah, I know, like I have the lymphedema, so, okay. So God gave me something. He didn't give me bad menopause, but he gave me the lymphedema.
All right, so it's time for the hottest menopause quiz around. Even if you know your status, right, play along because this is going to be hot, hot, hot. Are you ready? Tell everyone the name of the quiz. Right there.
Hot flash or not flash? It's a quiz that's going to tell you all about your menopause or something. Audience, use your panels to say yes or no.
All right. All right, yeah, you ready to go? You know the instructions are Wendy. She's going to read the questions. You got them right there.
Okay.
And then I'm going to tell you what the answers are. But everyone in the audience, please vote as soon as you decide. Men don't have to vote. Go ahead.
Okay. Were you born before 1969? That means you're old enough to remember the first Prince album.
What's yes for me? What do you guys say? A lot of yeses back there.
Oh.
All right. Big sign, obviously, at that age, it starts to happen. But people, even at the age of 40, start getting menopause symptoms. The first sign, by the way, is probably irritability. Did you get irritable when you're going through that 1 day of menopause?
Well, there were a number of things irritating me at that time, so I can't necessarily blame it on menopause.
Oh, gosh. All right, question number 2.
Okay. Have you broken out in a sweat out of the blue and even considered stripping down naked in public?
Have you thought of that?
No.
You never thought you'd go naked in public?
No. Well, I mean, I've been to a nude beach before. I like that.
You were?
Oh, you best to believe.
Oh, I like that. Where was that?
Then I can't go back there. Would you leave me alone?
All right, please.
I'm out here, Oz, okay?
All right. For all the marbles,
All
take
right.
it away.
All right. Are you having trouble sleeping, needing to fill the wee hours of the morning with cataloging every spice in the cabinet alphabetically? Yes.
That is a problem.
I do go in and out of bouts of sleep, but only because I have so much on my mind. Now, I'm not going to get out of the bed and go look at the spices, but my mind never shuts off.
I can tell. Listen, I adore you.
Oh.
If you answered yes to more than 2 of these questions, go talk to your doctor. But what I want to talk to you about is how much I adore you.
Oh.
I appreciate all you do.
Thank
I
you,
wish you the
doctor.
best luck in season 11. I'll see you on the other side.
Thank you.
Wendy Williams! We'll be right back. You can catch the Wendy Williams Show every weekday. You check your local listings. Do not miss her. You have seen the headlines. Fast food fried chicken is so popular these days. One new sandwich has the power to spark a media storm and sell out at nearly every location. My friends, it is chicken mania, right? You've all been there. We all love chicken, but is fast food chicken really a healthier option? It's the question that led famed documentarian Morgan Spurlock to come out with a brand new sequel to his shocking documentary, Super Size Me. It's the new doc that everybody's talking about, and we're going to give you a Dr. Oz show exclusive sneak peek with extra details you're all going to see here. So take a look.
Has fast food gotten healthier?
Absolutely.
Has fast food truly turned a corner? To find out, I could go back on an all fast food diet, but something tells me this calls for a different approach.
I want to start my own fast food restaurant.
You're crazy.
Yeah. Tell me what kind of food.
The most eaten animal on the planet, chicken.
If I can have the farm that brings the chickens to the restaurant, that's a good story.
Go forth and find your chickens.
I am your chicken father. That is a lot of chickens.
My free-range, cage-free, no hormones added, humanely raised, natural chickens can get
The USDA's seal of approval.
Sounds amazing.
Until you start to realize how much of that is labeling.
What's the smallest space we could give them that would still be quantified as free range?
Free range. Welcome to Chicken Corporate Training. Woo! Are people actually ready for a 100% honest food experience?
Please welcome to the show, documentarian Morgan Spurlock.
How are you, my friend?
Good to see you. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Good to see you.
Please, I purposely set this table up for you.
Yeah, look at that. You're giving me the chicken love.
I surrounded you with chicken. Now, I expect you to eat, everyone actually is curious as well.
Yeah.
Would you eat this chicken? After all the work you've done on this latest documentary.
Well, I would eat holy chicken. I would eat my chicken, because it is the greatest chicken sandwich you're ever gonna have.
So as you saw in that little bit, Super Size Me 2 allows Morgan to become the CEO of an experimental fast food chicken restaurant called Holy Chicken. Now, it is fantastic the way you tell the tale, but just for the audience right now, why Holy Chicken? Why go that route? Why become an industry insider?
Well, I think that it's important for us to understand, there's been this incredible greenwashing of food, where we're told that things are better for us. We're told chicken is healthier for us. And what I want to do is explore it from a corporate point of view. And what we show you over the course of the film is how I make you want the most craveable, marketable sandwich around.
All right, so the first thing Morgan looked at was how crowded chicken farms were. This is an industry that has to grow a lot of chickens. This is the fast food industry's real secret, perhaps. Take a look. Right now, and I can just ask the question that probably many are thinking, does it matter to the consumer how crowded the life of a chicken really is, even if they're going to eat that chicken?
It should matter to them because those chickens are, like Morgan said, put in under 1 foot. They can't move around. So when they need to go and get water, food, they have to scramble through all these other chickens in a really tight place, hard to get to it. And then it's feces, they have to walk through their feces, there's wet, and then when they set down on their breast gets blisters from the ammonia and the methane that's in the litter. And that's not a happy chicken, that's not a healthy chicken. Of course, the chickens we grew for Holy Chicken restaurant, not the same. They were when I ate those chickens in the restaurant, it was the best chicken I'd ever ate in my life. And I've grown over 44 million chickens.
So we have a professional chicken grower.
That's right.
Who knows a fair amount about chickens. All right, so the next thing Morgan looked at was the actual size of the actual chickens on the farms that service the fast food industry. So it's clever, but I want to examine this, everybody. So a fast food chicken boom means we need more chicken, and more chicken means more chicken breasts, because what you guys are all eating, which means bigger birds. So this is I think, an older fashioned chicken.
This would be a typical bird that would probably be raised in anywhere from, 8 to 10 weeks, or potentially longer. And look at the size, look how much smaller it is. It has not been bred to grow as fast as what is a typical bird that you would get, a typical breeder bird, typical broiler bird that is this, that you see how much larger the breasts are, you see how huge the chickens are. And when they reach this size, what also happens is they get to the point where they can barely walk. Like they can't even move around the chicken house. And so they'll end up getting broken bones, broken hips. And one of the things that, Farmer Jonathan said when we were doing it is this is when they also start to get heart attacks. And when they get the heart attacks, that's when they're ready to eat.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if it's correlated with human heart attacks, but that's a scary concept.
Exactly.
Hey, come back, let's describe this a little bit.
Yeah.
So I want you all to understand graphically what this looks like. So broiler chickens weigh approximately 1.5 ounces, right, at hatch. And they're capable of growing to almost 9 pounds, pretty fast, in just 2 months. Now, this is a statistic that you share. I didn't realize this was possible. Humans say if they were to grow at that same rate, right, a 2-month human would be 660 pounds. That's the magnitude. So to grow as fast as that chicken can go in 2 months, we'd be 660 pounds at 2 months of age. Obviously not even feasible. Somehow they figured out how to do this.
It's a big baby.
It is a big baby. Have you noticed the change in the taste of the chicken? That's what a lot of the viewers are complaining about.
Well, and I think that's, the chickens from when you and I were growing up, it's very different than today. And I think that you can notice a flavor. They start to feel, there's an incredible amount of water on the breast, so they're juicy, which is what we want. We want a big, juicy white breast, but they are very flat in terms of a flavor profile.
So here's a thought. Some say that part of the reason that we're putting so much fried food on our plates is because the chickens are less flavorful. So we have to fry them, and then we have to bread them, right? And then we got to turn them into a lean protein so they become a fat and calorie bomb, which is one of the things you were talking about when you created your new restaurant chain. So up next, we're going to follow the chicken from the farm to the fast food restaurant in your neighborhood so you can avoid being duped by industry tricks. So stick around. You've all been here before, right? In front of the fast food menu, neck arched up, right? Checking out all the options. It has a green glow to it. Look at the screen there, right? Pretty pictures of delicious-looking chicken sandwiches, with pieces, little nuggets all over the place, handwritten font to give you that at-home feeling, right? The recipe is like it's homemade. But everything about this is designed to get me excited about ordering food. And you know what? It's okay, 'cause it's a business after all. They're supposed to be doing that. But some of it may be designed to make me think my fast food chicken choice is a healthier option than it really is. You're next. All right, and that's what Morgan Spurlock's new doc, Super Size Me 2, Holy Chicken, is all about. Morgan uncovered some tricks that the fast food industry is using. These fast food chicken sandwiches seem healthier than they really are. The first trick that makes you think a chicken sandwich is healthier than it really is the word crispy. I mean, I gotta say, I think it's a sexy word. Crispy.
It's a sexy word, but we never use the F word at Holy Chicken. Because the F word is a bad word, so we only use crispy. You can't say fried. Fried now has a connotation that everybody thinks is terrible. Crispy makes me think it's crunchy, it's delicious, it's good for me.
All right, so next trick that makes you think a chicken sandwich is healthier than it really is are the grill lines. So show us what fast food restaurants do.
Well, this is what a lot of places are doing right now. So there are places that are actually painting on grill marks before you ever come in. So automatically, just by seeing a grill mark on there, you're like, in your mind, the trigger says, this is better for me. It's got a grill mark on it.
What do you mean painted on?
That basically they will put a grill mark on there to make you think it's actually been fresh grilled. So what we said at Holy Chicken, I was like, well, how do I give you what you want? What you want is a crispy chicken sandwich, but what you need is something that makes you feel better. You need a grilled sandwich. So I said, well, why don't I create a grilled crispy chicken sandwich? That's what we do.
So you painted grill marks on a fried sandwich?
I'm gonna demonstrate. So here we've got our crispy chicken sandwich, and then just like that,
oh my goodness.
Grilled crispy chicken sandwich.
That looks good. Now you may ask yourself, how do you get a fried chicken cutlet?
That's right. That's right.
So look,
you should applaud that.
So
delicious.
So is that more appealing, right?
Of course not.
Or is that more appealing?
Oh, that's much more appealing. Look at that. Look how delicious that looks.
All right.
Look how healthy.
All right. The next trick that might make you think a chicken sandwich you're eating is healthier than it really is the veggie toppings. We did a little experiment to prove this. We put these two fried chicken sandwiches on our Instagram story the other day and asked you to decide which is healthier. Everyone looking at it right now, right? Everyone in the audience as well. Morgan, how do you think they voted?
Oh, I mean, I don't think it's a question. I think the people went with the toppings. People went with the bottom one.
The bottom one. How many of the audience would have gone with the bottom one there? Hands up. Yeah, at least 2/3. Well, guess what? 69%. 2/3 said the sandwich with all the toppings, the one on the bottom, was the healthier one. You were right. Yeah. How'd you predict that?
Well, because here's what we did at Holy Chicken. Take a look at this. This is the Holy Chicken grilled crispy chicken sandwich that you would basically get when you come to Holy Chicken. Yeah. And so right now in New York City, you can come to Midtown and get this sandwich right now at Holy Chicken on 23rd Street.
So this is a make-believe chain, right? I memean, it exists, but...
This is open for real right now in New York City.
Okay.
To coincide with the opening of the movie.
All right, so, so as a doctor, let me point to this.
Yes.
This is no healthier than the other image I put in that Instagram post, right?
Of course not.
Would you agree?
But look how good it looks.
Okay.
I think you got to try it.
I think
we got to try this
So,
sandwich.
before you eat, what was the result of your experiment? When you actually gave people this sandwich at your Holy
Chicken.
Holy Chicken.
At Holy Chicken, we sold out every single day.
You're kidding me.
From the minute we opened, within a matter of hours, we sold out hundreds of chicken sandwiches.
I got to say, it's really good. But it would have been good without all this stuff, too, probably.
Mm-hmm.
You got lettuce in your lips. It looks nice, but...
It's good. It's my style.
All right, so, listen, y'all know this. the chickens that were being given are made to be tasty, so we'll eat them. I wanted to know how much of what Morgan was saying was true, so we reached out to the National Chicken Council, and here's what they said in part. While NCC did not participate in the film's production, we can say that we're proud of how U.S. chicken is produced. Our members use industry-leading and third-party certified animal welfare practices to provide Americans with the healthiest, most sustainable, affordable, and responsibly raised protein in the market. All right, we're going to put their full statement online. I want to say a couple things about this, and let's walk us over here. I know this is what Holy Chicken is serving, and this is what you all in America are eating right now.
Yeah.
And the reality is we're eating a lot of chicken, and we like eating our chicken. So I'm not going to get anyone to stop eating, and that's what you found out with Holy Chicken.
That's right. But we're just telling you the truth about it. We're telling you that the food's not good for you. We tell you you shouldn't eat it. We tell you you should only have it once a month, maybe twice max, but you shouldn't come back. But, but it doesn't stop people from coming.
They still came.
They still came.
I think that's the big message here. Right? I applaud the positive changes, and all you are aware of that are occurring in the fast food industry. It's fantastic, right? Like turning away from the antibiotics and meats, it makes a big difference. But the big lesson here from Morgan's experiment is there's always going to be unhealthy, indulgent fast food out there in the world. It's always going to be there, and that's okay. I get it.
There's always going to be somebody to sell it to you.
Yeah, and someone to sell it to.
That's right, which is me.
But as long as that's clear, as long as you all get that, then I'm okay with it. So I just want more transparency in restaurants. It's a two-way street, though. If they're going to be honest with us and tell us what's really going on with the food we're eating, then we all got to be savvy consumers, understand how it affects us, sharpen our senses a little bit, so a little marketing doesn't trick us. That way, the good guys do well,
That's right.
The bad guys don't do so well.
And most important, Dr. Oz, everything in moderation, including moderation.
Up next, don't need to be afraid of fast food chicken. You can be an educated consumer with help from real viewers like you. Don't want to miss this. Stick around. I'm here with documentarian Morgan Spurlock of the brand new film Super Size Me 2, Holy Chicken. All right, we got 3 members of my bike club who've learned to hack fast food chicken menus. I love all their tips so much, I asked them to come here today with us and share them with all of you. First up, we got Jessica, who says she has an alternative to the high-calorie barbecue sauces so many of you guys fall in love with, the dipping sauces that people walk home with. And they use them on these fast food chicken recipes, but you don't actually have to use that.
You do not have to use that, Dr. Oz, and I actually don't use it. When I go to a fast food restaurant, I do the best I can. I choose a whole food option, so grilled chicken usually, and I leave the ketchup and barbecue sauce loaded with sugar, sometimes artificial ingredients, and I bring my own vinaigrette with me, yes. So we can, yes. So it's a...
Before you go on, I want to hear about this in detail, but Morgan, you should be the expert. You're the documentarian.
I feel like I better try this.
Try this. Okay, now describe what Morgan's eating.
Okay, so you have a grilled chicken sandwich, and there's an Italian vinaigrette. So lots of garlic, Italian seasoning, olive oil, things that we know, ingredients that we recognize, right?
So I guess in theory, you could actually order this at the restaurant.
Yes, absolutely. And if you don't bring your own, you can hack the menu. Just choose the Italian dressing that's on the side of the salad. Put it on your sandwich.
You took 2 bites. Okay, in the talk show, when you take 1 bite, it was okay. When you take 2 bites, you're really in love with it.
It's pretty good.
There you go.
How do you like that?
I love it.
You can put it on the menu at Holy Chicken?
I don't know about that.
We'll talk. We'll talk. Maybe.
All right, coming over here. Gulai says she adds a bacon alternative ingredient to her fast food restaurant foods because the bacon is so good you overeat. So if this is the norm, this looks very appetizing. Grant, Gulai, what do you do?
Well, bacon is really not very good for you. It's not very healthy. So I like to put pickles on mine.
Pickles.
Pickles. The more, the better.
And the pickles, because it mimics the mouthfeel, the crunchiness?
Right, it has the crunchiness, it has the tartness, and sometimes it also has a sweetness. It's delicious. Just load them up on there and just go to town.
I love a good pickle on a sandwich. That's
You're a
pretty yummy.
pickle person.
I love pickles on a burger.
You know,
pickles on a burger, pickles on a chicken sandwich, you can't go wrong.
See, I think it's a home run tactic. The vinegar, it's all, both these have been actually fantastically healthy for you.
See, it's healthy.
It's doable.
If only they were crispy.
Yes, he wants to put little marks on them, crispy. All right, finally, Patricia says she cannot skip the fried, crispy chicken.
I cannot.
Right, but you have what's called a barter system.
I do, Dr. Oz. So I made a deal with my trainer and myself that I barter. So I barter the bun for my buns.
Oh, I like that.
Yes.
Bun for a bun.
Bun for a bun.
I like that.
Are you able to abide by this?
I am, because breaded chicken, it has a little flour on it, so you're satisfying those urges to have that fried. So in my mind, when I'm eating that fried chicken, I'm thinking that it's a giant bun on it.
So you dish the bread, no bread?
No bread.
Except the breading on the fried chicken.
So I go into maybe a fast food place once in a while, as my career allows me to travel all over, so I'm grabbing food on the go, but I'll order the sandwich, throw away the bread. Some places will just say, I'll keep the bread.
Smartest audience in television. And you guys are good examples of it. To my bike club, thank
Great
you very
job,
much.
guys. Great job.
Morgan, as always, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Supersize Me
Great job.
2, Holy Chicken is in theaters nationwide. It goes on demand September 13th. We'll be right back.
Disgusting supermarket behavior.
Lick it. Oh, you foul, put it back.
Plus, introducing Health Court.
Why do you keep getting him in a headlock and popping his pimples?
Because I can. I'm his wife.
All new Oz. That's coming up on Friday.
I don't know if you guys really see it, but it's dropping.
You've seen the videos. You've heard the headlines. Plastic in rice. Metal in baby food.
That looks like lead.
Cheese that won't melt.
Are you not gonna melt?
The big bacon cover-up. But is it true? All season long, the Dr. Oz Show is food fact-checking, unleashing the power of truth to find out what's really on your plate.
Thank you. Zombie chicken breast comes back to life. Look at these headlines. Raw chicken breast crawls off restaurant table, right? Those are just some of the outrageous headlines I saw online when this video went viral. Take a look. You guys look horrified. What do you think about that? Ew.
Yuck.
Yeah. Everyone has the same look. It's impossible, right? How could that possibly be true, right? Well, I don't want you guessing anymore or stressing about this. So I had the head of my medical unit and author of the book, What to Eat When, Dr. Michael Croupain here, to food fact-check this video. I love your analytic mind. So we both saw this video together. We're trying to figure it out. But what do most people think is causing this chicken to walk off the plate?
Yeah, well, so we all know the expression running around like a chicken with its head cut off, right? Yeah. You might have been accused of it even, right? So it's part of our culture.
Not me, I mean, theoretically speaking.
Part of our culture is to think that chickens can still move after they're dead. And the theory is that the nerves in that chicken meat are still alive and they activate, activate the muscles and the chicken literally walks off the plate. But we know a lot of chicken farmers and people who are processing chickens regularly, and they say that actually right after you process a chicken, you could see a little bit of twitching, just a little bit of movement, nothing like in that video. And by the time you get it to your plate, it can't do that.
All right, so it's not chicken. So the question is what, and look at it again, everybody. What could it be? Well, the idea that maybe it's a frog or frog legs came up.
Yeah.
Could that be possible?
Well, so that's really interesting. Frog legs, actually, the nerves in frog legs can live for much longer after the frog has actually died. And we have a little bit of an experiment
these are frog
here.
legs.
These are frog legs.
Oh my goodness. Where'd you find these?
We sent our prop team and they just bought them actually. These are very fresh frog legs. So we're gonna put some salt on them, and salt should activate the nerves so that they start twitching. You can see them.
Oh, they are twitching. Oh my god. Oh. Can you all see this? Can you all see this? This is terrible.
So those nerves are being activated by that salt and sending those signals.
Look at this one. Look at this one here. They're moving.
So, Dr. Oz, have you ever...
This is terrible.
Have you ever eaten a frog's leg?
I've had frog's legs.
What do they taste like?
Like chicken.
Like chicken, but they're not chicken.
No.
They don't look like chicken, so that's still not chicken.
It's still moving.
In the video. Yeah, this can move for a little while.
Oh, God.
So we actually...
Oh, no, the whole leg's moving now. It's getting worse. Seriously worse. Oh, God.
So we wondered if there could be frog in the video, and we talked to a guy named Wendy Williams, who is a professor of ecology and evolutionary biology at the University of Arizona. And this guy knows frogs. He's a frog expert. And he said, those are not frog. That's not a frog in the video.
So it's not a frog. So not a chicken, not a frog, right? But the question is, how did the chicken walk off the plate? And this is where it gets interesting. Because you did a little bit of homework. You're an investigative doctor.
Yeah, so we leave no stone unturned. This is a food fact check. You know, if you look really closely at this and you see that whatever it is moving, it looks kind of mechanical, even puppet-like, not realistic. And we also sent it off to a video expert, Siobhan Creighton, and she analyzed this very carefully and said that the shadows in there are not really accurate. There's something fishy going on.
The shadow that always gives away. Now, I looked at this area. See that little shadow right there? The little box? What is that from? That's the question. It doesn't seem to match anything. So she found there were some flaws. So what does she think?
So we think this video is a fake.
It's a fake. You guys get that? Here's the thing. The food fact check completed today. The walking chicken video is a fake. Likely, anyway. That's Coupe, thank you. Can I speak to that? I want you all at home to remember this. Sharpen your senses. If you see an unbelievable video online and they get really popular because they are unbelievable, think twice before you believe it. Look for more sources or stay tuned here because we're going to be food fact checking for you. Now, if you see a shocking food story that you want us to food fact check, join the Dr. Oz Show Facebook group and share your story. Right, we could feature it on our next episode. Remember, the power of change lies in the power of you. Just one person with one voice, but you're speaking the truth and seeking the truth. Goodbye, everybody.